Okay, you're on.
Hi everyone, Sarah here with the paper cut. It is Thursday night, and tonight we have our Fun Time Thursday. I forgot to post that, but I did send an email today, and then I also did email all the people that signed up for it. So, but hang on, sound and video first. We have video. Let's check sound. I also did email all the people that signed up for it. So, and we have sound. And I had disconnected my computer last week because I was in Illinois, and I did it from the retreat that I was at. So, yay, it's hooked back up and it works. So I did cut out at the end of, on Sunday when I was doing Crafter's Classroom. We were pretty much at the end anyways, and it cut out. And I thought it was reception, but I think it was my computer because my computer has battery problems. And that was one thing with moving it too, because I keep it plugged in and the plugged taped in there and all that stuff. So anyways, but here we are, we're back in the shop. And we're good to go. So let's see what's going on. Let's go down to the table. And so this is what we're doing today, the floral card craft along. But just give me a few minutes because, hang on, I'm going to get that back to my mom.
Is your computer plugged in? Yes, it is.
Yes, it's plugged in. Well, and it should show that it's plugged in.
And it's taped too.
And it's taped. It's re-taped. And yep, it shows it's plugged in and it's 100% charged. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to share a couple things. Like on the email that I just did today, I got the stair step card dies posted, so I showed these last week. So those are on there at a discount till Monday. It took me a little bit longer. I got them posted fairly soon, and then it just took me longer to do an email. Along with the Bunny Foo Foo stamp that I used in the class. So that's posted with the coordinating dies. But I just wanted to show you this card that I did, this funky fold accordion with the Bunny Foo Foo. Now the background paper is from Brass and Bliss, but I used the layered die set for the funky fold accordion. So I thought that was super fun. I taught at my local store on Tuesday night, and I taught this card. So you guys haven't seen it because I just designed it like the day before I was teaching it, because that's how I roll sometimes. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to share that with you. And then the other thing that I was going to share is at my retreat this weekend, I said that I was going to do cards that I didn't finish at the mingle, and then I would show more cards today, but I didn't do any stamping except for Sunday night. So what did I do the whole time that I was there? I made dog toys, so you can't see the whole thing because it's longer. So this is for Dodge. So it's a fleece dog toy, and it's really tightly knotted. It's like some type of double square knot. And so yeah, I made 2 of these. So Dodge isn't that hard on toys, so it'll last him forever. But then I gave one to my friend Heather, and she has Ozzy that she said we're gonna see if it's Ozzy approved. Yeah, because she said he tears up toys. And then the other thing I did is I did the this diamond. I can't remember, paint gems it's called, I think. So these are just little mini ones, and Heather's like, here, you want to try this? So I did. This one was a national park one. I think it's Bryce National Park, and this one was an art set that she had. So anyways, that was super fun. So it's kind of like paint by number, but with the little diamond.
Looks like needlepoint.
Yeah, it looks like needlepoint. But anyways, so that's what I did. Besides Sunday night with you all with Crafter's Classroom, I had all my stamping stuff there, but then I just got distracted doing other things. So anyways, it was fun. That's what I did. And then tonight we're back to stamping. So we are doing
It's paint gem.
Paint gems, yes, paint gems. Who said that? Oh yeah, Sue. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it. I did order some though. Shocking. So it was super fun. It was kind of relaxing because I didn't really have to. Well, you had to think about it, and you had to be able to see the little numbers or the little letters. But
That would be a problem.
but it was kind of relaxing to sit there and do that, and chitty chatty, and I mean, we played games and we did other stuff. But as far as stamping, I did other crafts instead. So that was good. Anyways, this is what we're doing tonight. Is our floral class. This one was my mom's birthday card. I think we're going to, well, let's just start with that one. Because we're doing these two I used markers on. These two I used blending brushes on. And if you don't like coloring and you just want to blendy brush the whole thing, you knock your socks off. Did anybody end up with a kit without instructions in it? It was our first week kitting without Becky. And Stephanie, who's on, I sent her the instructions, ended up with no instructions. So there were supposed to be instructions there, but we're newbies and we missed that. Oh well. But I emailed him to her. So, okay.
So we could post those online right now.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
Because then I would distract me from getting on my computer.
Okay.
You're not hooked up to my Dropbox in order to find them.
Okay.
So no, that was a good thought, but we'll pass on that right now. So anyways,
What does this mean? I don't wear socks.
yeah, I'm not sure, Joanne. I'm wearing socks.
What a girl.
So
I wear socks. Okay.
So anyways, when I did my mom's, I must have used a different stock because the one that I pulled is a little bit whiter. So we have the card, we have a layer, we have an envelope, which I set aside. You have a little piece of printed. You have some words. You have a white piece. Oh, I know what the white piece is for. I was just about to say, what is that white piece for? And then you have the die cut flowers. And then you have some gems, which you can color those with alcohol ink or your alcohol marker if you want them colored, or you can just leave them the color they are. So anyways, let's first, well, no, we're going to wait on that. So I'm just going to set this aside. We are going to start with this, actually. This board is like the backer board that you all sometimes get in packages that are thin. I'm using it. Now we're having a whole sock. I don't wear socks with flip-flops. So anyways, you are cutting 3 strips, and then we're cutting 3 strips of the book board. So we had kind of had this conversation where somebody said you could pile stuff up, with cardstock, if you don't want it as thick as like foam tape. So
you can use your extra gems from your paint gems on your cards.
Oh, nice. Yes. I haven't gotten a kit yet, so I don't even know how many extra paint gems I'm going to have. But I ordered a kit, so we're going to see. Anyways, and my mom, somebody had suggested that you could use a Kleenex box or a tissue box for that cardboard, but sometimes you get this extra whiteboard. So we're going to cut 3 of these, and I don't know if I put a size there, but let's just go ahead and get our ruler out and measure it. They are 3 half-inch strips.
Hey, you guys, I don't wear flip-flops. I never learned how to keep them on my feet.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Goodness.
Okay, so I'm going to bring my trimmer over here. I'm going to freak everybody out. And I do have a card that I got from Pat that I am going to kind of use her design on the Guy card class that I'm going to do. So, next month will be a Guy card class for sure.
Oh, Sarah said knock your socks off. That's why.
Oh, knock your socks off.
I get it. That's funny.
That is funny. Knock your socks off, yeah. So 3 1/2-inch strips, approximately. And then you can cut 3 strips of this board, and you can cut them a little bit thinner than a 1/2 inch. So if you don't want to like try to be totally accurate with lining up, I would cut them a hair smaller, which I'm going to. Or you could have taped it down and then cut it after. But it's kind of thick. That's why I didn't tape it down. All right. So now we're going to tape, yeah, don't cut them too close in size because then they won't.
Don't you wonder where those sayings came from?
Knock your socks off? I have no idea where those came from.
I bet I could find out.
Okay, so you're going to tape your either your printed strip onto your thicker board strip or vice versa. You want to get them attached together somehow. I think I got a text saying my paint gem order was shipped too. So I have my 3 boards. Actually, I have 4 because I cut too many. And then I have my...
Oh, it was originally connected with brawling in the mid-19th century when fights were so fierce that some people would literally lose their shoes and socks.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not getting that violent.
Well, now over time it has come to represent a more positive and impressive surprise.
Okay, very good. That's much better. I think I like placing these the other way because then I can see what I'm doing.
Gems like diamond dots?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know the difference because this was my first experience with either of them, but I've seen the booth that has the diamond dots. But maybe Sue or Heather or Pat or Susie or anybody that has done the paint gems and the diamond dots, maybe they can answer that question because honestly, I don't know. All I know is that Heather said, "Do you want to do one?" And I said, "Sure." And then I said, "Can I do another one?" And then I ordered some. So there you go.
Diamond dots are shiny little resin dots that you apply on a polyester fabric canvas. The diamond dots, what else does it say about this?
These kind of seem the same.
Diamond painting versus diamond dots. What's the difference?
If your board is hanging off, just cut that off. I thought I cut it a little bit shorter, but apparently not. Knock your socks off is from boxers beating their opponent so bad. Yep. I actually have 4 strips. Oh well. Extras. Actually, I like this one better than the other one. I'm gonna swap one of mine out. I'm still working over here. I'm cutting. You guys might be ahead of me by now because I'm talking. I didn't tell my mom we're going to be out of here at a certain time. I mean, I said I kind of want to be because I have to stop at the grocery store on the way home. But now I'm dilly-dallying. Wonder where that came from, dilly-dally.
Oh, I could probably find that out.
Okay, so we have those. And now let's go to our card and our layer.
Wasting time through aimless wandering or indecision. Where did it come from, though?
So these go all the way to the end. If you want to make them a little bit shorter, you can. I'm off a hair right here, which I probably shouldn't risk it for the biscuit. Where did that one come? Brisket for the biscuit. That one came from... Oh, geez. Sarah, stop being so picky. I'm usually not picky. I think they used to say risk it for the biscuit on the storage unit show. I mean, that's probably not the first place, but anyways. Okay, so we are attaching our layer onto our card and then our 3 strip layers on. Let's go ahead and do that. This one does, if you don't know exactly how your border is supposed to go, if you put it on there upside down first, then you can get an idea rather than doing it and then going, oh, I should have it a little bit more one way or the other. But technically, if you look at 3 sides, it should line up good with the 4th side. Technically, but you never know. Okay, so tape on the back of these. I started them just about a 1/4 inch from one edge, and then I have about 1/8 of an inch between them. But don't get your ruler out for that, please. Just go for it. Although, if you want to make sure your flowers are lined up, you could do that. I didn't even think of that, and I'm not going to do that because I really doesn't matter to me. But if you want to, you can. So I got my first one placed. I got my second one placed. And I have my third one placed. Now, just a note in case you get ahead of me. This white piece of paper is actually for backing this, because maybe you don't want to put pink flowers on there. Maybe you want to do orange or blue or some other purple. So if you want to do a different color flower, you can do a different color flower. And then this piece, if you cut whatever word you're cutting, sympathy, feel better, birthday, thinking of you, you cut that, and then you cut a piece of this slightly bigger, then you can edge it with your marker. So whatever marker you used here, you can use to edge your white there. Then I didn't have to give you, then you may have a pink piece of cardstock, but you don't like pink. I gave you white, and you can make it whatever color you want. So that was in case you finish coloring your flowers before I do and you want to move on. That's what I did. So this is my mom's birthday card. So hang on, Mom. Here, you can have that back.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to wait to do that for a minute. Wait, can I see that? Okay, that's what I did. Okay, so anyways, let me get some markers out. I like YG03 for my stems, and then a little bit darker one if I have another YG. I don't know if I do. I have YG09, but that might be too dark. We'll see. So this is the only detail coloring. The other one that we're coloring is not detail at all. It's super easy. This one is a little bit stay in the lines or don't, which I might go get those glasses that I have on my desk. My glasses that I don't wear. That's a super good idea.
Look at that dog.
That's super cute.
He's a bug.
He's a pug.
Boston Terrier mixed with a pug.
Uh-huh.
Somebody had one in the store yesterday. Cute as a bug, and that's what he's called, a bug.
Oh. So anyways, I have these glasses, and I need them for, like, mostly for distance, but then I can see where I need, like, readers. So when I went to the eye doctor, they talked me into these gradiated ones, and I hate them. And I just can't get used to them. And I was told that I need to try and get used to them for a longer period of time, and then I would like them, but I don't think I give it enough time. But this super helps when I'm coloring to actually see what I'm doing. Semi. But yeah, these are... So color how you want. And color whatever color you want. If you don't want pink, which I might mix it up and do like an aqua-y color. I don't have great, I mean I have a few pinks, but I don't have multiple shades of pink. So I think I'm going to mix this one up. There's got to be blue flowers too, right? Yeah, there's blue flowers. I don't have great purples either. Now when I stand up to look at my, or when I look up to look at the
Yeah.
the little screen where I read comments.
It's hard, right?
It's hard. Like
You have to tilt your head the
yeah.
right way. Yeah.
So that's
Will you say what red you use, Sarah, please?
Oh, with the red that I did use on my sample, I used this pink. It's RV19 and RV09. So, but I think I'm gonna go with some aqua-y colors. I'm gonna color this one totally different than my mom's.
Yeah, your brain does have to get used to those progressive lenses.
Yeah. They're not my favorite. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of being whiny about it. Oop, this tip is terrible. But I'm putting a darker line down the middle, and then I'm gonna go.
Marion Phillips said she hated hers too. Yeah, I can
Did you-
remember that.
Yeah.
But then I did get used to them.
I don't think I'm giving it enough chance to get used to them is the problem. That's what I think the problem is. So the problem is not so much the lenses as it is Sarah. Oh well. But I have them on now, don't I?
Yeah.
All right, but the green I'm using is YG03. I like that one for kind of a limey color. And then the other one was, well, I didn't use this one. Let's see what color, how this one looks. This is YG09. It's a little bit too big of a difference, but that's okay. Usually you're supposed to be within a few numbers when you're doing Copics. I never took a Copic class. I just kind of do it. All right, so yes, I think I am going to totally go rogue and pull some different colors here. So I've got BG02, BG45, and BG07. And then I am going to do my centers yellow, but I'm going to switch it up and do blues for this one. And when we get to the other one, I'm going to switch it up too, I think. Because I was inspired by a customer email. I'll get to that later though. So I don't know what the right way to color with Copics is, but I tend to color my lightest color first. You know, do the whole thing, and then I go and I start at the middle and go darker out and on these parts of the flowers that are flipped over. And then sometimes I go back with my light color and then blend them out a little bit. And I am going to do the centers yellow. But yeah, the pinks I used were the RV09 and RV19. We haven't done coloring in class for a while. Actually, let's talk about next month. I am going to do guy cards, and that will be for Crafters Classroom. And then I think with the Fun Time Thursday, well, actually, I'm not exactly sure. I'm doing guy cards for one, and then for the other one, I think I'm doing a stamp set. And it might either just come with it or it might be optional. I'm not sure. I haven't decided that part yet.
Oops, I just went out of my browser. Hold on, I'll be right back.
My mom will be back. She's still here.
Yeah, I just lost my...
In theory.
Yeah, so when I was giving out samples yesterday, the lady wanted a sample for her bug.
Because were you handing out dog samples?
No, I was not.
Oh.
I was handing out people samples, but she wanted one for her. Her bug was begging. I said, yeah, he looks like a great beggar. She said,
What were you doing samples of? That bug
what
wanted
was
a
I doing
sample.
Samples yesterday. I was doing something I really didn't like.
Well, we don't hear you say that very often.
No,
That you did one that you didn't like.
I have to think about what it was.
I think when I started coloring with Copics, I would color in just solid too much, where if you could just kind of take and do like light brush strokes and then you blend it, then you can get some variance in color instead of just coloring the whole thing in, so it's like a lighter touch. Oops. And not on your hand. I don't like coloring on camera that much.
Okay, here's that one back.
So hopefully you're all like coloring yourselves. And not watching me color. All right, we're almost done coloring, or I am. All right, are you back, Mom?
I'm back.
Thank you, Kathleen. Maybe I'm self-conscious of my coloring because I've never really been trained for coloring since grade school. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day on the coloring, except for a yellow.
Oh, I know what I was doing yesterday. I was doing guacamole dip,
Oh,
which
I
was
like
nice.
guacamole dip.
The guacamole dip was nice,
Uh-huh.
and it was on sale. It was saving $4 on a 3-pack. They were 13-ounce containers
Uh-huh.
of the guacamole dip, and that I liked. But they were serving with chickpea chips,
Oh, you didn't
which
like
are
the chickpea?
new to Costco,
Uh-huh.
and 410 calories per serving.
Ooh.
Whoa.
All right, well, I'm going to cut a word, and then I'm going to cut a white layer to go behind it. And then I'm going to use one of the blues to color the edges, so then I have a matching layer, and you don't, you didn't have to worry about matching a layer. Okay, so I cut my words, and now I'm just going to kind of hold it and cut. And I think this one is the width you want, so you're going to trim a little bit off the end of whatever word you choose. But now I'm going to cut a layer. And if you cut it too thin, you have another hunk to do it again. Or if you want to double layer it, that's a concept that I never do. I never double layer, right? I always double layer. Okay, so now I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to edge it. Oops, I'm going to use my brush end because the chisel end does not work as good. There we go. You don't have to do the whole thing, you're just going to do the edges, because that's really all you need. Are the words computer printed or stamps? The words, they're both. They are computer printed, but they are from, well, originally I was doing like assorted ones from Brass and Bliss, and then they put some on the same set. So this one does have the happy birthday. The With Sympathy is probably from the With Sympathy set. So yeah, these might be where I did not have them all, because I didn't get this set until after that. So yeah, the happy birthdays on this set. The other ones were from different random sets, but now I'm going to be like choosing from this set or different sets, so I don't give you all different random ones. So now I am going to attach that on. And I'm just going to attach it on with adhesive, and then you're going to snip the ends off. So to answer your question, Diane, both. They're a stamp, but I did computer print them. That's how they're so perfect. But you know what? They don't have to be perfect even if you do stamp them. It just saves me a little bit of time when I'm prepping for classes if I can print some of my images. And just like I used to work with Impression Obsession a lot, I work with Brass and Bliss, and they provide me the images specifically for classes.
What is the name of the stamp set, Sarah?
The word stamp.
The,
On the instructions, I think it's on there.
Yeah. I think I had this over here. Okay.
Okay.
Hold
So,
on a minute. I'll get it for you,
okay.
ladies.
Now for attaching this, you can put one layer of foam tape on it, but anywhere that is, or you can attach it just solid without any foam tape. But some of it, like if you're going to foam tape this up and this, it is going to need double foam tape kind of where it's not attached to here. So it's up to you whether you want to just adhere it with some foam tape on the ends or where the flowers aren't attached. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to get my foam tape out because that's what I do. So on this end over here, I'm going to put some double layers of foam tape. Did you find it, Bob?
Floral Memories Clear set? Is that?
Yeah, that would be for this one.
Okay.
And I think like this one is called Just a Note. I think if you search on Brass and Bliss, Mom, you might be able to find the words.
I'll go there.
Because maybe you can get the,
Yeah.
Use that as a reference, but they can go to their site and get the link.
Yes. Just a Note, right? Is
I
it?
think so. I think that's what the word set is called.
Brass of Bliss. Just a Note clear set.
Yes. Yeah, I like that too, Linda. I was going to give you all a pink layer, and then I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to give them a white layer.
Well, I typed in Just a Note and nothing.
Well, just
It
type
says
in
no
just.
matching results for Just a Note. Maybe it's a new set?
No, or I could just be making that up
Oh.
and put the wrong.
Well, that's what you put in.
Well, I know. I could have put the wrong one by accident.
I'll put 57026. 57026 and see what comes up.
What came up?
Nothing. 57026. It doesn't come up at all. I put in 5702 and I got.
Well, just type the word just.
Okay. Just love. Just love. Just because phrase.
Maybe that one they haven't released yet.
Maybe not, huh?
Hang on a second. I know one way to solve this.
Is he on?
I don't know. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to text Rob and ask him.
Yeah. What is this? I was hoping he was on and would be hearing my dilemma.
Okay. So there. I texted Rob. We'll try and get an answer to your question because that's what we're all about. Anyways, you can use, for coloring your gems, you can use your Copic markers or you can use alcohol ink. I would say it's much easier with alcohol ink, but I don't feel like getting my alcohol inks out. So I'm just doing that. But you do whatever you want to do. Rob. Oh, late May, but he can put it up.
Oh, okay. It'll be ready in late May.
He said late May, but I can put it up now for you to use it 37026, just a note.
37026.
So
37026, not 57026.
Okay, so try to type in 37026.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. All right. I would have liked those a little bit brighter yellow.
37026.
So I think when I did my original, I did it. Oh, I need foam tape behind that one too.
Not up yet.
No, I mean, it might take him a minute, Mom. He could be eating dinner.
Well, okay.
We're not going to be too demanding. Okay, so anyways, there is our card. I did it different than my mom's birthday card. I switched it up to blue. Yep. Let's go on to this one, which these are, the stamp is called Clematis, which I don't know what Clematis are. So
I thought maybe it was clematis. But
oh, is it Clematis? I don't know how it's pronounced.
Clematis on the on Brass and Bliss website, but I'm wondering if it was supposed to be Clematis.
Well, I don't know, but this is Linda Beyer. She's on, sent me a picture of earlier, and so it's got like pinks and purples and deep reds and blues on here. So I kind of like that. I think I might switch mine up from the yellow and orange. So you do whatever you want to do. I do like my yellow and orange, but I think I might switch mine up and color them different. You know what? Because you can. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, it is Clematis on their website.
Oh, I spelled it wrong?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oops, pulled out the wrong one.
Okay.
So, and you may have different color gems in here, see that? Or different size gems. And the inside of the flowers I used crystal lacquer. So let's go to this kit and find out what we have. And I kind of like this stamp, Don't Worry, Be Happy. It's on the Bunny Foo Foo. And I was going to put a new thing down. And I'm like, no, I like the Don't Worry, Be Happy. Because we're just all about not worrying about anything in class. Okay, so we have a card, and we have a black layer and a white leather-like layer with a thin border, and we might just attach that on there right away. So let's go ahead and just attach that, because those, it just doesn't matter. Let's just get them straight. You know, with my glasses on that I'm wearing, they kind of look distorted, like angular. Not like distorted, like fuzzy, but just like, and that might be seeing through the different parts of my glasses. I'm getting used to them, man. Woman. Okay. Like it looks like, doesn't look like it looks like an off-kilter rectangle. So let's see if with my glasses on, if I can actually do good borders. Good one. Did it! Yay! I'm so happy. It's the little things. Okay, and then we're going to attach that to the card front.
Okay, I put a link up for that I set, the Clematis.
Those were really pretty flowers.
Yes.
So Wendy Little said she has them in her yard.
Clematis can be a little tricky to
Are they?
grow.
Are they only in certain areas?
Well, no.
Well, Linda Beyer told me that they're a perennial where she is.
They are. They're perennial here too, but they like certain.
Oh, now this one I didn't do as good a
Not too much
job.
sun, not too much shade, too much shade, not too much. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that done. And we can go ahead, let's pick out our word and just get that out of the way. And look at, I used another, oh, you're probably wondering why this purple is in there. Because I used, that's how I popped up this layer. instead of doing foam tape, I did the single layer here, and then I did foam tape right there, so they're at slightly different heights. So actually, let's do that first. This is an oval that's in our back area, and we don't have it for sale on our website, but look at that. It happens to fit almost perfectly behind there. So I'm going to use that as a tracer. I'm going to trace my oval, and then I'm going to cut it out just inside the lines. Not with this pencil because it doesn't have a tip. Okay, this pen. And if you don't want to do that, knock your socks off, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to grab my heftier scissors, and I'm going to cut just inside my line, because when I line it up, then I don't have to worry about it sticking out. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're just using it as like a lifting layer.
So, Wendy Little, you have clematis in your yard. What?
She's in Idaho.
In Idaho. All right. Is it facing south, west, east, north? What is it like in your yard? I've not been successful, but my neighbors have been.
Oh, well, Jessie Crean is in Wisconsin, and she has a deep purple clematis.
Yes. And the one that is my next door neighbor's is facing northwest.
So this you don't really need, but you could keep it as a little template or a layer to go on something. And oh, let's go ahead and color. So when I did color, because you have your black outline, I mean, you didn't have to be as careful, you know, because if you get a little bit on the black, it's really okay.
Jessie, what kind of exposure is your clematis getting?
Because, yeah, Jessie's in Wisconsin, so that might be a more...
Yep.
So this one's a little bit quicker color because your
Full
stems
sun.
aren't as dainty.
Okay. Full sun in Idaho.
And I'm not being as careful. And if you want to color your border around there, you feel free. You do you. But I kind of like this stamp because you don't have to worry about coloring so perfect. I mean, yeah, if you look at it super close, you can see it, maybe. But nobody's going to tell you, you colored outside the lines. And if they do, they're off your card list. Because that would just be plain rude. I think I'm going to take another green in there.
Oh, I lost the Facebook again.
You lost Facebook? Why do you keep losing Facebook?
I X'd out.
Oh, you X'd out.
I X'd out. I didn't mean to, but I did. I got it back.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of liked this one because it was a super easy color.
Wendy Little has two, one light purple and the other burgundy. Ooh, I bet that's pretty, Wendy.
Yeah, I did
Facing
pull.
east.
I did pull a burgundy, or do I have a burgundy marker here with me? I have a dark purple, so we'll see. And they're yellow in the center, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so let's see what we can do with purples here. I don't have a great selection of purples, but I'm going to try. And I'm going to start with a light purple, and then I'm going to go to a dark one. And then I might do a blue and a burgundy too, because those were the three colors. Well, the color of blue was a different color of blue. Or I might do the purple and the dark pink and the burgundy. We'll see. We're just going to play it by ear. We're just going to go for it. What did I say I was going to do next? A pink and then a dark pink and then a burgundy. That's what I was going to do. Oops. Coloring takes time. You are also quiet.
Yeah.
I can't hear you anyways. But
You can hear the quiet. It's so quiet.
yeah, I can hear the quiet because it's so quiet. I'm going to go back with my dark colors to highlight a little and shade. I don't know why I just didn't finish one flower to begin with. I don't know. All right, let's go to my RV09.
Coloring coma. Yeah, Barbara. we are. You can leave them white too because they're a white clematis.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave it white.
Okay.
I mean, I could. That would be the easy way to get out of coloring on camera. White flowers for everyone.
Coloring, the mental health part of your class. That's what my dancing is for me. Mental health, physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Strength training.
I kind of felt like that was what my paint gems did this weekend. Those were like a good little thing. All right, now purple. Purples are, I don't have many good purples, so we're just, we're gonna try. Let's see, is this to the wrong shade? No, I don't like that one. This one's pretty dark, but we'll see. And then I think I'm gonna come over it with my light purple again. Okay. Helps to make noise too.
Of course it does.
Yeah, I'm glad Linda sent me those pictures.
Yeah.
Gave me a different thing for. Because I tend to do yellows, oranges, and pinks a lot, obviously. But here now during class I'm mixing it up. Huh, I like those. All right. Let's see if I have a dark burgundy that works here. And I think I need a red and a burgundy. All right, hang on a second. If these have ink in them. Okay, let's see what we can do with burgundies. One of those should have ink in them.
Anyway, these chickpea chips they were chickpea chickaron chips.
Okay.
And it looked like pieces of chicken. They were little square 1-inch thingies,
Yeah.
3/4-inch chippies. And people were saying, "Where do I find that chicken?"
Oh, they thought they were
They
chicken?
thought it was chicken. And I said, "I'm not serving chicken." "Yes, it says chicken. Chickaron." And I said, "No, but it's not chicken. It's a chip. It's a chickpea chip."
Oh.
Oh, I bet I had that like 15 times yesterday.
So, okay, did they taste bad?
Well, they were pretty spicy, but the dip kind of softened that spice a little bit. The guacamole dip.
Okay.
So the guacamole dip I really like.
Huh, okay. Well, yeah, these I did totally different than my class card pictures, but I kind of like them. All right, let me get my red back out here.
But they had 410 calories. There were 26 servings in a bag. 20 servings in a bag, and the bag was like.
She said, "Sounds like a play on fried pork skin for chickarons."
Yes, chickaron.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what somebody else said. Is that pork? Fried pork skin? No, it's not. It's chickaron.
All right. Well, I'm done coloring. I'm going to call my coloring a day. I'm going to call it a day.
Chickpea chops.
Oh,
Chickpea chips.
I
Yes.
missed my little do jobbies, and I think I'm just going to color those. I think I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do them with my pink because I like my pink. I think I was supposed to put a yellow dot in the center. Oh well. All my little dots are going to be pink. Maybe I should have done them yellow. Oh well.
Yeah, I like that dark purple center too. Yeah, pretty nice.
All right. So now I'm attaching this onto here. Then I'm attaching it onto my card, and then I will do was going to cut this earlier, and I'm going to do my crystal lacquer in the center last, so then I can set it aside. Yeah, I should have done these a different color. Oh well. If you're going to do crystal lacquer, put a good amount of tape, because sometimes when you do solid crystal lacquer like that, it ends up like bubbling a little. Mine didn't at all, and it could be because it's attached to this board, which then prevented it from getting bubbly at all. Then we're attaching that to our card. And I did it about a 1/2 inch from the top. Your spring greetings are going to overlap it, so it depends on, if you want to lower, whatever you want to do. There's no exact. You guys know that with me. Okay, then, and if you're wondering, my glasses are at the top of my head right now. Just in case you're curious. Is she still wearing them? No. So there's wishing you a special day or sending spring greetings. I think I'll make a wishing you a special day. Now these words all came on the same stamp set. And I cut the thing out. There is a die set that cuts it out. And a lot of the Brass and Bliss now have like dies that cut the words. Say they cut around the words. I did not do that. But there is a die that cuts like around the words.
Heather Meyer, I think you're right. Those are a different flower than the clematis. The link shows pointer flowers for the clematis, Sarah. Pointed flowers.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Well, but Linda Beyer sent me a different one with curved flowers.
Yes. But there's the link that I did shows the pointed flower.
Maybe there is maybe that's that one.
Yes.
Oh, then this one is not the clematis. What does this one say?
What does that one say? Which?
It's this card. You're right. The clematis
you're
is
right. It's the
sending spring greetings. It doesn't even have the name of the flower.
Yes.
Okay, well, we've been talking about the wrong flower the whole time for the wrong card. Oh, well.
I started that. I'm sorry.
No, I think I started that because I said Linda Beyer sent me the link for it, and I started that whole conversation.
All right.
And we were talking about the whole wrong card. Oh, well. Leave it to us.
Oh, God. Oh,
That's okay.
Minor inconvenience.
Yeah, whatever. I never claimed to be my mom is. She's a master gardener, but I'm not.
Yeah. Well, master gardeners don't know jack, but they know where to look things up. So I was listening to you talk about clematis, and I said, I think you meant clematis.
Oh, well. I do kind of like the how the words go all the way across on here versus this one. So if I'm going to use this one, I might do something there. Like, I don't know what, but I'm thinking that I want to do something else there. And I might just freehand something. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to use my other one. It's just, you could use gems, like if you have some gems. So yes, I don't know if my little freehand is going to work here or not.
No wonder it was so confusing. Yeah, Heather, thanks. I was just getting ready to post that too. Thank you, Heather, for posting it, the link.
Oh.
Beat me to it.
I don't know if I like that either, but I didn't like all the white space, so I'm just going to leave it. So, you never know what you're going to get in a class of mine. You're going to get a flower education.
Yeah,
well, or a flower wrong education. So when you're attaching this, I'm using foam tape over here, and then on the bottom, I'm going to just put my foam tape on the bottom because the top is popped up a little bit with that, with the chipboard, the white mat board. Okay, and then your gems can go wherever you want. I mean, I wish these were straight. I should have used a ruler, but yeah, we do have the clematis on the other card, so now we're already informed.
Yes. We're way ahead.
We're way ahead, yeah.
It was meant to blend. Oh,
Yeah, we planned that. Oops. And like I said, you might have different size of these clear gems. And then I am using crystal lacquer in the centers of my flowers. I only have a big thing, so hopefully I don't squeeze too. All right. The dots look straight. Good. They are straight. Maybe it was my glasses that was making them look unstraight. So I'm just going to spread my dots out a little bit. Or spread my crystal lacquer out a little bit. Okay, so now that has to dry. It'll glaze up as it dries, but I'm going to set it aside, and I probably won't show this one at the end because I don't, with my luck, I'd set something on top of it like my hand. So I'm going to set it behind me. Okay, so there you go. 2 down. It only took us an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 5 minutes. Okay, let's go on to this one. Now this one, again, you can do whatever color. If you don't want to do tans. Is that what?
Linda Beyer said, is that Judikins?
Yes. Hang on a second, let me get it. This is the Judikins Diamond Glaze.
Yes.
Dimensional adhesive, but I like to use it like crystal lacquer, same thing. Crystal lacquer, diamond glaze. I do like to use it as an adhesive for gems that aren't adhesive back. But like this one too, if you want to do a different color on here, you have at her. You just do whatever you want. And these little teeny pearls, those I added. So those are not in your kit. But for the congratulations card, like for a wedding card, I liked the little pearls on there. So this is for layering your word. I did double layer my words. You can hardly see it, but they are double layered. And I might do a thinking of you instead. For a little bit of texture, I used the natural felt. So you can see that it's got just a little bit of texture on there. So we can go ahead and layer first. And I put just a little bit of, and it's like an off-white. I think I used whipped cream or Sweet Tooth. I can't remember which one I used. Just to set that off just a little bit. So let's put these layers on there first. And I think these are already cut to the width. Oh no, they're cut a little long. Well, darn it, Sarah. Let me get the width first before. Oh yeah. The words are cut to 4 inches. This is 3 7/8. So we do need to trim our words. I just wanted to measure it first. I haven't used this natural felt a whole lot, but it just added just a little bit of texture. So on the verge of being a clean and simple card minus the inking. And if you don't want to add any ink, you just have at her. Knock your socks off. All right, now this one, you can pop all of them out. This one has a dash dot. Mine just happened to have some of the dots in, so I'm going to leave the dots in. With my luck, they'll pop out in the mail. So I should just go ahead and do it. Now I had one that did not pop out as easy. So if they don't pop out as easy, sometimes it'll, just rip a little layer off the back. That's usually fine. I mean, it's better if it just pops out on its own, but that one was stuck in there a little bit. It's up to you if you want to wait to put that on or just attach it right away. Our words are going to overlap the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and attach it on. That's fine. I did mine a little bit offset. I probably about close to centered. You're going to cover up a little bit of the bottom, but it was offset to the left a little bit. So I'm going to grab some foam tape, get that out of the way. Is anybody at Spring Bling watching? Jennifer has her spring bling going on right now. I'm not there. I just knew I had too much going on with my retreat schedule. Usually they post on Facebook, but I haven't been on Facebook a whole lot. I've been busy.
Yeah, you have.
It's tiring going to retreats. Everybody stays up so late. Way past my bedtime. Came back on Monday, I was exhausted.
You did come in on Monday?
Well, I came back on Monday.
Yeah, but did you come in?
No. My intent was to come in, but I was so tired I went home and took a nap. Alrighty. Oh, Penny just got on. She was being entertained by her 15-month-old grandson. So anyways, these I did 2 of them. Now you can pile them on top of each other to have, more dimension, thickness to your flowers, or you can separate them. I separated them, but if you want to keep it clean and simple, you could just pile them on top of each other and not ink them. Well, Brass and Bliss is going to be, Rob said that he would post it. Maybe my mom can look again for that.
I just looked. It's not there.
It's not there. Okay. He'll get it posted. I will, so it's 36.
It's 37026 is what you have. Yes, 37026.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be posting it, but, they could be like eating and it's nighttime. He's got kids, so we can't expect him to be chop on it for us. But hopefully he'll get it posted and in the next soon day. All right, so I'm sure he'll get it posted as soon as he possibly can. Whatever words you want to cut. Now this one is from this word set. So I did take all of these off of there. So the thinking of you, the congratulations, and the you're the best. Because I said, I think I'm using all old word sets. And he said, yeah, you are. But he said he took a bunch of word sets off of different sets and put them all together.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
No, you won't have to worry. Wait till the end of May.
Yeah.
He's going to post it just for us?
Yeah, he's going to post it just for us. So it's not going to be where you can find it. Like you can't search. Like you can't like you can't just go to word clear sets and find it there. Like
Yes.
it's like hidden on the website until they release it.
Yes.
So he's posting it just for us, yeah.
As soon as we know it, we'll post it, right?
Yeah. Oh, so this, if you want to trim the words, trim them to 3 7/8. Sorry, I forgot to do that before I just did that. So trim a little bit off of both ends. Alright, and then I'm going to trim a layer to fit behind it. I'm going to attach it on there first and then trim it. What paper did I use? Does it say whipped cream or sweet tooth? Because I like
Let's see, which one is that?
That's the one with the creamy one, Mom.
Yeah, it is whipped cream layer. And
Yeah, whipped cream.
yeah.
I kind of like the feel of it. Whipped cream isn't the greatest for stamping on, but it feels really nice. Like I prefer stamping on like the white cougar, which is like a harder paper than this, but this one feels kind of soft. I kind of like it.
Whipped
Whipped
cool
cream.
Whipped cream? Is there
No,
like
it's just-
cocoa and whipped cream?
it's
No,
just
that's
whipped
something-
cream.
Okay.
It's a pop tone
Top
one.
tone whipped cream, 100 pound.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to wait to attach that. So what I was saying was you can just attach, or you can use them on two different cards, but you could attach them together, you know, and then just do them, you know, plain. Then you probably have more of a very true, clean and simple card. Or if you want to ink them, which is what I did, and then I just kind of separated them to make a whole little bundle. So up to you. I think this one I'm going to pile on top of each other and make it a true clean and simple. That's what I'm going to do. But see, with my kits, you can just do whatever you want. So I'm going to do this one the other way. And I think I did note that in the instructions. But yes, if you want to color them, you're going to take a blending brush or a sponge and you're just going to lightly color the tops of them. Or you can do what I'm doing and leave them uncolored and pile them on top of each other. Either way, there is not a right or a wrong.
You do you.
Yep. And if you only want to use one on this card and then save one for another card, you could do that. Nope, I want you to send it back. No, just kidding. I'm just joking with you. Why are you getting nauseous and headache bound? Well, that's a bummer.
Oh, yeah, that is a bummer.
I find in the spring sometimes I get vertigo, and I used to get it more before I started taking allergy pills, and vertigo can be seasonal. I mean, some people have it all the time, but I would get it seasonally, and it happened to be like spring mostly, and but now since I've been taking allergy pills, I haven't been affected by it really, so. So yeah, this one, see the different look?
Okay, got it. Sounds like a doctor question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, we take on all kinds of roles here sometimes, right?
Right. All right, and if you want to pile in them on top of each other, you could still color them. Like if you wanted to add some color, you could still add some color and just have single ones instead of the bigger one like I did. So I think I'm going to leave mine more clean and simple though. So So yeah, whichever route you wanted to go. When I did separate them like that, one of them I did put down solid, like right on with glue. The other one I did pop up just behind a few of the bigger flowers I popped up. And then I glued it down at the bottom. So it, had a little bit more dimension at the top, and then the stems came together at the bottom. This one I'm just going to glue down because I put it together already. Diane likes the left one. Is this the left one, the colored one?
Sorry, didn't mean to overstep. No, you're okay. You're okay, Penny.
So, anyways. Yep. We're all about just chitting and chatting about life and and whatever you'd like.
Penny, nobody.
There's no rules.
Yes, there are no
except for politics. We're not talking politics.
Yes.
That's the rule.
It's the only rule here, right?
Yep.
Blab away with us, Penny.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm just going to attach this one down. So yes, I just did mine today different than my other one, which is sitting right there. But you do whatever you want to do.
What kind of allergy pill do you take, Sarah?
I take the Costco brand.
Oh, okay.
It's the Zyrtec, but it's the I can't remember what it is. Okay. There's Zyrtec and there's Claritin. I can't remember which one, but whatever, it's the Walmart or the Costco brand. Okay. And my doctor actually told me that you should switch up your allergy pill.
Oh, really?
Every year.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you're taking Claritin, then switch to the Zyrtec.
Okay, that's good information.
Yeah. So this
build up resistance.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, she just said to switch it up. Well, of course I bought the whole and it's funny that the Costco brand is like $365. It's like almost 1 year's worth of allergy pills. So, and I had actually gotten them after I bought the other one. So I'm past a year by a little because I just want to use my supply. So anyways.
Sarah, the question is that a special glue gun? Are you using
Yep, I'm using the My Sweet Petunia glue press.
Yes.
So it holds the Nuvo glue. But you can they give you a empty bottle with it, so you can put your preferred glue in there. Mm-hmm. And I think what happens, this is what happens. This is how it mechanically works. So this goes in there, and then this thing right there, I never really looked on the inside, but this thing pushes the pressure to make the glue come out. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh no,
yeah,
can you see that?
It. Yep.
Okay.
Because it's red.
Yeah. So anyways, so this goes in there, kind of snaps in there, and then yes, as that little red handle, it pushes forward, and that forces your glue to come out this very narrow tip.
Sweet Petunia. I'll go get that link.
Okay, and it has this little, these always get clogged, but this one has a pin in it, if you can see it. Like if I put my glasses back on, I can probably see to get my pin in. And it's got this little holder, so it sits on there, and it doesn't, when you're working for the day, you can just have it resting in here. Technically, you should put it away at night, but I've had mine sitting out for a little while, and it hasn't gotten clogged. But I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, now I'm going to use foam tape. And then we're going to go on to our last card with the clematis, or clematis.
And I don't have to post anything because I got all those links up there already.
Oh, no, I'm not putting the precision. I was thinking about it, but then I never did. But Brass and Bliss does have the precision glue press for sale on their website.
All right, let me post a link to that.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I just never did, and I just don't need one more thing to do, so. Oops, I have my foam tape too big on the one side. Yeah, I know I said I was going to do that, but it just never happened. Oops, hang on a second. All right. I had too much foam tape over here and it was overlapping. There we go. There. So a more clean and simple version than this one that has the inking, but I do like the inking. That one stands out a little bit more. So, but if you're going for clean and simple, there you go. So now I have two different versions of the same card. All right, so we'll set those aside. Then we're going to go on to our last one, which is our clematis. So in here, you have like a little set that has your flowers in it. We're first going to go, and then in the back you have your words, and then again I did the layer the same color. And if you want to color your layer, you can. I just left mine cream. We're going to do some of that stuff before we get on to our brush blending, just so I don't make my fingers all inky. All right, I've got a few, just a couple are left in here to weed out. It looks like most of them were done, but a few of these little ones in the corners right here were not weeded. All right, so now there's an optional thing that you can do here. So we'll go through that. The optional thing is oh yeah, that arch would be pretty with a silhouette of a bride and a groom. I should ask them if they have a bride and groom. I know Impression Obsession has a bride and groom that I've used before, but now you can't get it. But I should actually ask Brass and Bliss if they have a bride and groom, because that would be really pretty. So the way this cover plate sits, it matches the card base exactly. Sarah, me, likes a border, so I am going to cut a little bit off of all four sides. This is an optional thing. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to risk it, then don't do it. Especially, I'm a little bit hesitant here with this trimmer. I like the trimmer in the other room better, but I'm just going to go for it. I have a little bit of paper stuck right here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go for it. Okay, yay, one side. 1 of 4. And like I said, this is optional. Well, everything is optional actually, but this is really optional. If you don't want to do it, if you're like, nope, I'm good, I don't want to cut, I don't want to chance it. Oop, because chance it, just like I am having a trouble right now. Whew. Fixed it. Okay.
What is that die, Sarah?
I don't know. It's on the sheet.
No, it's not. It's
Brass
not.
and Bliss.
It's the Brass and Bliss.
Yeah, it's a Brass and Bliss.
Woven cover die.
Woven cover die.
Yeah. Is it, okay. I misunderstood something in there.
There's nothing saying that I couldn't have forgot it, because that happens too. While I had my trimmer out, let's go ahead and trim a word. I already had to a wonderful friend, so I think I'm going to do a thanks for everything. There we go. Yay. Okay. And I'm going to set that aside. Now I am just going to attach this on here. This does need to trim also because it fits right now edge to edge. So if you ended up cutting your woven cover die, you might need to trim a little bit off of there. And if you, like on my original sample, I go all the way, I have a border all the way around it. So then you might need to, so you trim it however you want to. There we go. Okay. And then I am going to attach it on. I can tell I have some paper stuck right up in there. All right. So now I'm going to attach it and then I'm going to trim, then we're going to put our trimmer away. And then since I've switched up all of my cards, I think I'm going to switch these up for brush blending too. Why not, right?
Word later.
What are you looking for, Mom?
No, I'm okay. I just didn't want to get confused again. I'm just talking to myself over here.
Okay. Because I think this is off that same stamp set.
Yes. Yeah, just a note.
Yes. Oh, they posted it.
Oh, yay.
Yay. Thanks, Rob. Rob's on it.
There you go, kiddos. You got it.
It's a really nice stamp set because it has a little bit of everything. Just a note, to a wonderful friend, thanks for everything. Thinking of you. You're the best. So happy for you. I just want to say thank you. Happy birthday. Make a wish. Thanks. Another happy birthday because you can never have too many. Congrats for all you do. Another thank you just because, and get well soon.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yes. Okay. Now I am going to use my glue press. Hey Rob, if you're there, did you find the glue press on their website?
Yes.
Okay.
I linked it.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to use the glue press for attaching this. I did use my spray glue originally, but look at this. My spray glue is coming up because I didn't spray that great. So I'm going to get my glue press out.
And that's a cold glue press, isn't it? It's not heated.
No.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's just your regular liquid glue. It just comes out more evenly out of a very narrow tip. And then I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do all the lines in here. I'm just going to do some of the middle of the woven pieces. I'm back to having my glasses on, by the way, if you're wondering.
You gave in, gave up, right?
Yeah, gave in, gave up, and I'm trying it again.
Yeah, that a girl, Sarah.
All right, now.
Tenacity wins. That's me.
All right, now. And then I'm going to make sure I have a clean area, and I'm going to turn that over and give it a little push. The fine tip glue is it's the My Sweet Petunia, and it's the Nuvo glue, and I think a few posts above my mom. Thanks, Rob, for adding that clear set. And I think a few posts above my mom posted the link for this.
Yes.
On the Brass and Bliss site.
So it is the link for Brass and Bliss Precision Blue Press, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my word right away. On mine, I offset it slightly to the bottom, like just slightly. If you want to wait until you get your flowers done to decide, go ahead and do that. I'm just going to add mine right away. And then I'm going to go on to brush blending my flowers. And until now, I pulled out yellow, orange, and pink ink pads, but now I might switch it up and pull out the purples and the blues. So you could also say that tonight's class is all about taking your kit and just making it your own. If you don't have certain colors, just use what you have.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to set this aside so it doesn't get inky. And I'm going to pull that out. And let's see, I am going to pull, I have pink ink pads out here already. Yellow, I'm going to pull out a yellow marker just to do the flower centers yellow. And let's see, I do have a purple blending brush. Do I have a green blending brush around here? I do.
Cindy Nelson said, "You're living on the edge tonight, Sarah, changing up all the cards."
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just with different colors. Not totally changing, but yeah, I am. Okay, so now I have purple inks, I have blue inks, and that's what we're going to do. So there's different sizes. Okay. So first you have to figure out which sizes go together, unless you're going to ink them all the same color. Because this large one, I think, goes with this one. And they kind of layer together like that. And then these two little ones go together. And this medium size one is stuck in here a little bit. There we go. Goes with this medium size one. And then this is a leaf. So that's going to get green. And these two are leaves. We used a pretty heavy stock here. And then these, I'm just going to color yellow while they're in there, so I don't have to mess with coloring them. And then these two go together. Okay, see how those kind of work? How they kind of layer together? I don't know. You can probably see that, maybe. Okay. And then these I'm just going to color while they're in here. And I'm just leaving them in there for the moment so they don't get lost on my workstation. My very clean workstation.
So, okay, I posted a link to the Easter egg cake again.
Oh,
I know I did that on Sunday. I don't know if it showed up or not, but I said to Sarah, "Did you check your refrigerator and find the Easter egg cake?" And she said, "I didn't see it." Well, it's in her garage refrigerator.
She was hiding it.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, and you can make these super dark if you want to do direct to paper, but or you make them softer with brush blending. Or you can sponge them, or you can blending brush them. I did start my blending brush in the center when I know there's the most amount of ink on it, and then I went towards the outsides.
Hey, no worries, Diane Tesker. It's been a night of getting distracted.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah's like squirrel and changing up her cards. So, I don't know, Jean. One night we should have a contest. Take a picture of your workspace.
Or your stamp room, right?
Or your stamp room, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there I have one done. Now I'm going to go on to blue or purple. I just did blue, and I might do a red or a burgundy. I don't know if they have a burgundy blend, a burgundy stamp pad set. Okay. Not sure.
I love this card, Sarah. Thank you.
Who's going to win? Oh, Brass and Bliss is going to win for the...
Rob, have you seriously been here? Has he been here, Sarah?
Rob has not been here. Okay, well, since Rob's on, do you have a burgundy set, like a deep red set of ink pads? I don't know if I have them, if you do.
Oh, my.
I'm just curious, because I'll look in my stamps.
Has Dodge seen this toy?
Dodge has seen the toy. He's played with it.
Oh.
He actually played with it when I first brought it home. He played with
Really?
it, yeah.
You're so glad you're home.
Yeah. I like how you see with brush blending, you see the dark, the little slits or indents for the detail on the flower.
Be chickarons.
Okay. We've got one more to go plus the green. I was going to hit the grocery store on the way home. Well, it's either hit the grocery store on the way home or go tomorrow morning before the boys come, and they come at
They come at what?
between 6:45 and 7. So tonight's probably the better choice.
Yeah, I think. Walmart. Woodman's.
But we might soon. Okay, Brass and Bliss is going to be working on
I
a...
do not have a burgundy color in the sets, but might soon.
All right, well, we're going to go with the red set. Or possibly the pink, but I'm going to try the red one. I'm going to use my dark pink brush. And then I still have my green to do. Oh, that'll be a nice shade. That'll be a nice added shade for this one. But yes, we would like a dark red to burgundy set.
Kathleen, I hope that cake it tastes as great as it is.
Oh, did she
beautiful.
get one too?
No, but
Oh.
I posted the link and she said it's beautiful. It's got chocolate cake layers and then what's the word I'm looking for? Not ganache. Ganache on the outside.
Well, or is it a cream?
And
is
cream.
it cream?
Filling, yeah.
I said we're going to try Oliver and see if he likes cake. He
Oh,
devoured
yeah.
a donut the other day. Well, it crumbled it to bits and ate some of it. So I'm pretty sure he will like some cake too. Actually, he might have had cake at Ev's birthday party and made a terrible mess out of it, but that's good. Okay, there we go. I like those. I'm happy.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Yeah. Now we do need green. Let's find my green set. We're getting there. We're going to be super late tonight. Later than normal.
I was not counting on any special time, so. Next Tuesday, the countdown is on for those photos, that photo shoot. Oh my goodness.
When is your photo shoot?
Tuesday. Tuesday at 11:30, and she said it would probably be about 3 hours. That would take me to 2:30, and my dance lesson is at 3, so I can't take any longer. I have to be done at 2:30.
So how do you have to order pictures or do you get them on a disc? Do we get to see them?
Oh yeah, she has a party.
She has a party.
Yeah, she has a party, a viewing party for all the people the 40 over 40 ladies.
Uh-huh.
What is it called? 40 over 40.
So after we finish our inking, then we are just attaching. And then when I attached these, I did do crystal lacquer on the tops of the flower centers for these. And I think I did pop some of these up. My May kits, I am going to be on it because I'm going to get them done early. I promise. This time I promise. I've said it. Next week. Okay. So now get your fingers clean. Get your workstation semi-clean. Decide where you want them to go. So you can glue them together if you want. That's what I did the first time, is I glued them together. And then I popped them up, like these two I popped up with foam tape. Actually, I popped all three of them up with foam tape, even the little one that was in the middle. So I glued them together first with glue in the center. And you're covering it up anyways, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters which one goes on top, which one goes on the bottom, because you cover them up with the flower center. Oops, but that does matter. It looks better this way than it did the other way. I think this is a nice flower building set because they're connected, so you don't have as many little petals to deal with. So I kind of like that. Then I'm going to put more glue in and I'm going to attach my flower centers. There's enough to do some double flower centers, but not for all of them, unless you die cut it more than once.
So this 40 over 40 thing, Sarah, they have an exhibit and a celebration. And it really, the whole purpose is to empower women. It's empowered women empowering women.
Well, you'll have to let us know when you...
Yeah.
All right, so just go ahead and put your centers on there. And like I said, 2 of them, you can like double layer your centers. And I didn't do my, and I think I did this one and the, I did this one and the small one where I put an extra one on. I didn't do my foam tape until the very end. Or no, I didn't do my, scratch that. I didn't do my crystal lacquer until the very end. Oops, I needed tweezers. So how long is your photo shoot?
How long is it?
Yeah, is it 2 hours, an
3.
hour, 3 hours?
3 hours.
And that includes them doing your hair?
Yes. And my makeup.
And your makeup. Cool. All right, so there we go. Now you're going to decide where you want them. And I did I just used my fingers, and I'm sure you can use different tools to kind of, bend those up a little bit. And it also might depend on if you are mailing them. Oops. Make sure they're dry because I just knocked one of my petals off, or my centers off. But I did use just a square of foam tape behind. So while I'm just leaving that sit for a minute, I'm going to cut some foam tape. But yeah, I kind of took these with my fingers and I kind of popped them up a little bit. And then I did feed my leaves under there last. That's up to you. I honestly forgot my leaves until I had it all together and I was taking pictures of it and I'm like, oh, something's missing here, and I forgot the leaves. So that's why my leaves went under there last. But oops, hang on a second. These 2 guys did not attach together very well.
Oops, stuck.
Yep. Stuck to my work surface. My clean work surface. Okay. All right, we are getting there. And if you want to put foam tape under your leaves, you have at her. You do whatever you want. Because this little jobby just keeps coming apart. I just need to not touch it for a little bit now. Okay. Oh, and in this one I just alternated or flipped my medium and my large flower. I don't think it matters. The flower police are not going to come and say you put your flowers on wrong. in crafting, you make it your own, however you want. All right. I'm going to wait to kind of bend my flowers till later. And now that I put my medium one up there, I think I'm going to put my bigger greens up there. Yeah. And so when I put my greens, I just put a little dab of Duya of glue on this and just shoved it in there. Learned that from my grandma, making flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Put the glue on there and put it in.
Yeah.
Still deciding on my last greenery. Nope. Okay, hang on. All right, Sarah just needs to make up her mind on this last one and go for it. There we go. All righty. And then I am going to do my crystal lacquer on there too. Wow, we haven't had a class this long in a while.
Yeah. We got distracted and off track.
That's okay. That's all right. Next month, one of the classes, I mean, there is a guy card class, and the other one is actually going to be a stamping class. So
right.
That will be a longer one too. All right. So I don't know. Do you guys like the lighter pink, yellow, orange, or the blue? I like the blue and the purple. Even though I don't have burgundy, but I like that.
Oh, I do too. I like that one better than the pastel-y.
Yeah. So there. Here's all of them except for this one that's still drying behind me. Different versions, because you can do whatever you want. Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Everybody have a happy Easter. Safe if you're traveling, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight.
Bye.